Okay, there we go. That's everything good. Gonna let people join up. I started a little early. That's fine. I gotta turn down this background music for me. There we go. There we go. Let me open that back up. This should be good. And we got to look at something on Warhammer website. Here we go. We'll talk that here at 5:30. Got everything set up. We'll finish up these tyranids too. We're not finishing them all. We'll finish up some more tyranids today too. Let me open that up. How is everyone doing tonight? Today? Tonight, because most of you aren't American. At least the Battle Force box video is doing good. It has more views than expected. 13 likes. 1 dislike. Sage. Somebody disliked my stuff. Nah, it's fine. Howdy, Scott. How are you doing today, man? I'm just checking on other stuff real quick before we really start stream. Get out of the way. Oh, I'm surprised they released Titus data sheets without releasing Titus, but also I'm also very surprised that the Wardens of Ultramar are all tied together, and you cannot just have Galadriel as an ancient and what is his name? Matrius? Titus is, I was gonna say dad, but that's not his dad. His like founder or whatever the hell he is. You can't have him as like an honorary sergeant or something, because named sergeants are a thing. They just haven't done them recently. And they have the same stats. Yeah, I'm still surprised. I'm still surprised, but we'll talk that here in a minute. we're still 3 minutes early. Yeah. What is it? Captain Titus now. He's the 500 worlds thing. I don't think he's up for pre-order or anything. Are Centurions really that small? Oops. I mean, oh, they're about a little bit taller than a Terminator, I would say. Actually, I can go grab one. Give me a second. I've got a couple paint. That was a meme that I made a long time ago. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're just a touch taller than Terminators. Which is actually surprising. I didn't know that. I thought they were way taller than Terminators. Huh, that's funny. It looks like Legions of Astartes Siege Battles group has gone back in stock. Thank you. I'm so proud of that Judiciar. I'm so proud. And I loved the kit bash so much that I decided to make it my homebrew chapter. Alright, we should be getting to that point. Oh, I wanted to check pre-orders real quick, because nothing should have gone out for pre-orders, unless 500 Worlds goes out tomorrow, next weekend, but I doubt that. All pre-orders. No new made-to-order stuff. That's paperback. Okay, the Legionaries Astartes Siege Battle Group has somehow mysteriously gone back in. 47. Nice. Nice. That's odd. Last I knew, they were sold out of this stuff, and now it's back. Now it's back, which is surprising. Oh, let me adjust the size of this. There we go. But yeah, no, this was sold out. So I wonder where a bunch magically came from. This was sold out literally the day of. So I made a video on it too, but it appears that it's back in stock. So I'm kind of surprised about it, but I'm not going to complain. There's still not 20 Terminators in here, so I don't understand this at all. I don't know if you can run them in 12-man teams. Only one financially crippling hobby at a time. I've looked at Conflict 47. I've looked into a couple other hobbies. I just haven't. I don't know. Nothing else has quite grabbed me as well as Warhammer has. But not only that, I do have fun with Warhammer to some degree, and I have a feeling that they're going to simplify it even more for 12th edition. They're going to simplify the shit out of it for 12th. But we have to talk about Captain Titus. I knew that yawn's coming. I've heard good things of Conflict 47, but I personally just haven't looked into it a whole lot. I've looked into the models before, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'd like to play basically World War II, but sci-fi. I haven't looked much into it lore-wise and everything. Let me do one quick thing, then I'll start talking about Titus. That's not what I wanted you to. There we go. That's the version I wanted. Creator Studio. There's this. There we go. All right. So, obviously, we have new Titus. I'll save him, majaz him, and open him up. Where is Titus? Titus. I gotta clean out all the images of this. Where the... That's not it. I just saved... There it is. I just saved the image. I don't know why I can't find it. So here we have the actual stats and everything. Too far. Oh. So he has mastercrafted bolter, chainsword, all that good stuff. Oh, you can't include a second Titus. This is horseshit. Bolt pistols 12, mastercrafted bolters 24, assault and heavy keywords. 2 attacks, hits on 2 ups, strength 4, -1 AP, 2 damage. The mastercrafted power sword, chainsword, is anti-infantry, 8 attacks. That seems like a lot. Weapon strength 2. I'm sorry. Weapon skill 2. Strength 5, -1 AP, 2 damage. And he has press the attack, which gives everything sustained wounds, including him, or sustained hits, including him. And the honor of Ultramar, which is, let me read that real quick. If has not fought this phase, roll 1d6 on a 2-up to not remove it from play. This model can fight after the attacking unit has finished making its attack. If one or enemy models are destroyed and the result of the attacks, the model regains d3 lost wounds and is not destroyed. So you get fights on death and revived if you kill 2 minis. The way I understand it. That seems odd, but that's fine. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I barely just play the game. Save this, and I'll open that up really fast, and we'll look at these. So this was the thing I was a little bit disappointed in. And you could probably substitute them out as a regular, not sergeant. Yeah, as a veteran sergeant, you could probably substitute him out as a regular sergeant and Galadriel as a regular ancient. And then there's the rest of the humans for Ultramar, which is I'm not really looking forward to getting any of those. Galadriel and the sergeant have the same stat line across the board. The humans have the same stat lines, which is the little humans having 3 wounds. A little surprising. Oh fuck, which one has which? Heavy bolt pistol, mastercrafted power weapon, bolt rifle, close combat weapon. Oh, heavy bolt. Okay, yeah. I read auto bolt pistol somewhere. I mean, there's nothing crazy. Mastercrafted power weapon does good, but it has invulnerable saves, storm shield, and refractor field. I'm not excited about it. Sure, Captain Titus, I can get down to Captain Titus. I just want the minis. I want this mini and Galadriel. Although doing this little tilt shield will probably be a giant pain. I could do the white on the red, but doing the Ultramar piece, it looks like it's possibly like designed on there, so you might be able to get away with doing it like that. But yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the little people that come with this box. So back to our usual. Let me go ahead, close out of that, move this. I know it's a little bit later than I had been streaming normally, but it's been a fucking day, I tell you what. It has not been a great day. So, we're just gonna chill for a bit, paint some minis, do what we usually do. Do I still have to do the green? I do not. That's alright, I still need to do some stuff with that. So, We need some Camber Crimson. And I'm going to switch our background music. Not to Bard music. No, I do not. That is not the type of music I want to listen to. I gotta be able to trust these people. Oh, okay, yeah, I don't want to hear crazy loud music, but all right, let me adjust something. Oh, I gotta adjust the light. I gotta still be visible because of everything. Howdy, Leo. Alex, I remember who you are. Howdy, bud. How you doing today, man? This is Ingrax. So we're gonna finish these. Oh fuck, I don't have anything else that's primed. I thought I primed an ultramarine. Or an ultramarine, a space marine. We'll probably work on some space marines after this. Yes, spearmints. Howdy. Get rid of that. There we go. All right. We're gonna paint some. We're gonna finish up these tyranids for sure. Like I said, I don't have fun painting tyranids, and I don't know what it is. I like painting big monsters, but these little ones, they kind of seem like a little bit of a chore. Also, they will reach their prime someday. They will. They will. I was supposed to paint a bunch for New Year's, but I was so goddamn tired. New Year's Eve? What is that? December 31st. I went to stream and I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get all these painted. I started streaming and I just started like, oh fuck, I'm so damn tired and could not hang, sadly. They're pretty big, so it's like Terminator sized. Actually, I do have a Terminator on my desk, so probably Terminator-ish size. I like painting the big monsters, like the Norm Emissary, the Screamer Killer. I like the Monster Mash quite a lot. If I played Tyranids, I would probably play the Monster Mash, which is just big monsters. What's this? There's that. That spot. That should be all of it. Why the fuck does my hand itch? I'd say the warriors are medium. Howdy, table. It would be, I mean, they'd be, like I said, Terminator sized. Although I guess there's not many big Space Marine minis. Oh, I need to hit the tongue with Carenberg Crimson. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone is good. Anybody working on anything new? Anything good? I'm like 90% sure next week I'm gonna order the cranes from the made to order stuff. Because those cranes look sick. Not only that, it also looks like it'd be very useful for a narrative battle scene. Narrative battle design setup. It seems like those would be a lot better than L-shaped ruins. Getting through your combat patrol. Yeah, there's a lot to a combat patrol. That's right. You got an Ultramarines combat patrol, if I remember right. Did I remember correctly? Gorinor. Yeah, that's what you said, Alex. I remember when you first started joining the stream. Actually, now that I think about it, Alex might be one of the original like viewers of the stream from like when I first started streaming. Like, I think I've been streaming for 6 months more. Oh, Raven Guard? Ah. I can't remember what everyone gets, I'm sorry. If I could, I would, but I can't. By the way, the thumbnail title is an old meme that I made. And when I say old, I'm pretty sure I made that like a year ago. I'm like 90% sure I made that meme a year ago. That's correct? Okay. What's this? You know, I did see something the other day, and I was very surprised. And I don't like to shit talk people a lot, but there are absolutely e-girls that are in the hobby now. And I saw a Twitch streamer, and let's just say she was wearing a low-cut shirt and was painting Warhammer, and I'm all like, really? Fucking really? I know there's one, but I don't know if she's been into Warhammer beforehand. I will not call out names, but I was just all like, really? Warhammer's not that popular. And if you ask me who she is, I'm not gonna be able to remember her name. I just saw like a clip, and I'm all like, ew. You're just trying to bring people in for Warhammer and stay for the practical fact that she had her tits out. Well, no, what I mean is like I said, e-girls are using it to try to get lonely people in their streams, so they get them hooked on looking at them. That's another thing I never understood, was the e-girls. I'm gonna have a chest hair camera where it's just like my chest hair sticky. That's basically the equivalent. That's the equivalent. Then again, it's Twitch, so Twitch is also fucking really weird on how they promote and push and do all that stuff. YouTube gives everyone a chance. Twitch does not. Better than Kick for now. YouTube's better than both, honestly. Because the problem with Twitch is there's no discoverability on Twitch. Like I said, YouTube, you can do shorts. That's how, I will say, that's how some people found me. A lot of people probably found me through shorts originally. And then started stopping by streams. But like Twitch is so hard to get found on because they don't promote the mini painting or anything like that. Howdy. Oh, we're just talking about e-girls that are acting like they're into Warhammer now. Oh, yeah. There's Razzy's not here. She has a list. She has an actual list. She put it in chat, I mean. Like of just AI Warhammer YouTubers, where it's just all done AI, all the artwork's AI, everything's AI. And I'm so like, God damn, I'm glad you're on my side. Don't piss her off, because Jesus, she had a like a paragraph of names, channels. She's writing them down. She's writing them down, and she's gonna go after those people. The other thing is too, when they do it through AI, they fuck up the lore, and they fuck it up a lot. Now, the lore can be hard to do because, I mean, how many books are there? How much do you like to read? There's plenty of things on it, but it's oh, the AI, yeah, the algorithm stuff. Trust me, I'm well aware. Although, whenever I like, okay, so for instance, the Judiciar short. Let's see how many views it's at. It's at 500. That was something I put so much work into. 2 motherfuckers dislike that. 2 people have bad taste. When I did that short, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna put it out at the right time, which is usually 3 o'clock, and that's the right time that people usually are. It pushes it more. I put it out at 3. It got 200 views in one day, and I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I really don't know what it is. I don't know the YouTube algorithm, because the joke, obviously, the other short that when YouTube tries to sell female Space Marines, that has 8,000 views right now, and I just don't understand it. He got demonetized for AI use, even though he doesn't use AI, and is known to be a human. It's human made. Oh fuck! I forgot to change that. Hold on. Let me change that timer real quick. I have to do it, otherwise it's gonna pop up way too much during the stream. But there are a lot of like AI stuff. Where the stream elements? There we go. It should be under timers. Let me change that from 5 minutes to 10. Oh, it is set to 10. Let's change that to 15 or 14. There we go. Close out of that. Let's get this back up. When they use AR, and it pisses you off so much. Remember, sir, is quite good. To be honest. Yeah, no. Oh, that's what's his name? What's his name from what's the YouTube group? I can't think of their name. Please someone help me. Please someone help me. I can't remember it. Astartes Anonymous? Is that what it is? Isn't he from that group? Yeah, those guys don't do AI. But you know what's funny? I've seen so many promotions of AI artwork on YouTube, like AI Warhammer channels on YouTube. But yeah, they don't like when you use AI and you'll get demonetized for it. I'm pretty sure it's Astartes Anonymous. Well, they talked about it. The guy who's the main guy behind that did talk about it. but it's like I said, I don't understand YouTube's thing. I need to figure out if I can make it so my videos get like pushed more. And I think some of it has to correlate to subscriber count, views, hours, that kind of stuff. I also think the fact that I don't have ads because I'm not monetized, I think they don't push it as hard because of that as well, because they're not making money off it either. You love it, Titus. You think it's a money thing? I know I could pay for my shit to be promoted, and the only time I've done that is like celebrations or giveaways, and I'll put like $10 towards it. I mean, I'm not gonna pay much for it. I know I did it there very early on just to see what it did. It was like when they first introduced it, I was like, what is this? And I tried it, and then I'm like, oh, this is kind of okay. It does push your video out to more people. And it's... if I want to say maybe a total of 100 subs came from it. And afterwards, I was just like, it's not really worth it in the end. I'd rather just grow naturally. Oh yeah, yeah. It's very much like that. And that's why, like, that's why unless you're like me and you're doing something very niche, in this instance, painting Warhammer on stream, then they're not going to push you that much. Hold on, there's going to be things that pop up. Let me just kill this for a second. I have to edit a setting. This is what I want. Auto setup. There we go. Okay, the movement didn't work. That's fine. That's fine. I have to edit a setting because something's not moving correctly. Or enough. That's the smile. I might have to make it so the mouth moves when I talk, but I'll do that. I'll remember to do that before stream tomorrow. So I have to quickly edit that. There you go. I'm back. I'm back. The eyes track very well, but the jaw tracking is being a pain in the ass. Yeah, but there's, like I say, there's not a lot of people who actually show how, like, painting Warhammer. They'll do painting Warhammer videos, but they won't show you how to paint. They'll show 2 seconds of painting and then the video's done. And then the other part of it is, like you guys say, lore content entirely. But the worst, like I was going on about, the worst with the AI lore people is they'll just get it wrong and they won't care. There's aspects of the lore content people that are like, I care about the lore and stuff. There's a reason why I don't do lore videos, and that's because I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to simply sit there and spread the wrong information. God damn, the tracking is dog shit. What is going on with this? Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I like I said, there's a reason I don't touch lore, and that's because I don't want to be spreading the wrong information. That's something that I want to make sure I don't do. That's why I only talk about books that I've listened to all the way through. Like Betrayer, Angron, Slave of Nuceria, those kinds of books. Yeah, he was, but other than, I mean, he doesn't, other than Space Marine 2, he doesn't do much 40k content, because I kind of looked at Bricky stuff for a while there, and then like he does a lot of streaming stuff that is not 40k related, which is fine. He does his own thing, but I thought he was more of a 40k guy, like YouTuber, when he made a gigantic video about it. And there's, like I said, there's the whole painting part of the hobby that nobody really talks about unless it's a handful of channels. And I can't think. Eden's a Battle, is that one of them? I can't remember. But they talk like Warhammer news, stuff like that. Off Space Tactics does news, obviously. And bro, he's good. He's probably one of the biggest only Warhammer things. He's probably the biggest only Warhammer channel there is. Major Kill talks lore and tries to sell you steroids. I'm never gonna hey, I'm never gonna not make fun of him for that bullshit. You gotta take steroids, get jacked like a space marine, and get bitches. Like, I'm not gonna. How do you not make fun of that dude? As a former jock myself, I played sports. Never was I like that. I take steroids now and I get bitches. That's basically what it boiled down to. And I'm just like, oh brother, you're in like the wrong area for that. This is a nerd's hobby. As very much a nerd myself, I just thought of a great meme. I'm something of a Warhammer painter myself. Showing off painted models. Yeah, I know of Swamp Thing, Swamp's Crafts, all that good stuff. Like I said, I paint models almost every day, so why not stream it? Why not? People come in, ask questions. People can ask how I worked on this, how I kit bashed this, anything like that. Not only that, people who are starting out, I always keep my first mini on my desk for the people who are just starting the hobby. So that's always to give them like, hey, look, this is the starting point I started at, and now I'm doing this stuff. All right, we do have to quickly do an airbrush of a mini. We're gonna paint this real quick. Gateway videos into getting 40k. Like, watch better lore guys. That's the other thing too. A lot of people will just dive into 40k just to listen to lore. The painting is a little bit more its own thing, because to sit there, you can make a video of painting a mini for 4 hours, but not many people are going to watch the video of you painting a mini for 4 hours in silence. That's why I decided stream it. Where's my airbrush? There it is. All right, we're gonna quickly airbrush this. And slowly eased into 40k. is my primer. There, this is my primer. Okay, let me adjust something. I'm adjusted. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the tracking is wanting to be a pain. I do plan on putting a like a corn logo on the forehead of the skull. All right, perfect. I won't airbrush on camera, and there's two reasons for that. One, I don't want to paint everything that I've just painted black again. And two, actually I base painted it white. And two, I just airbrush into my hand. Squidmire. Ah. Gateway drug into 40K. So I've talked about it. My gateway into 40K was actually Total War Warhammer, and I almost got Old World minis, but I saw how expensive I saw how expensive they were, and I decided to you know, save my money, not worry about it. And then afterwards I proceeded to I listened to a bunch of Old World lore, which somehow jumped me into 40K lore, which somehow did not get me into 40K. And then, like, there was a 3-year break where I was not related to anything. And then Space Marine 2 came out, and Space Marine 2 was like, okay, I'm getting some Space Marines and some Tyranids, and we'll see how it goes from there. Fire Warrior video game? I want to play that so bad. I'm going to clean out my airbrush real quick. Give me a second. Okay, give those a second to dry. Let's see. Grey Knights. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. All right, so that is dropped. Oh, scribes. Oh. We're gonna let those dry for a little bit longer. I have to still Angrax Earthshade the bases and paint that base, but I'll just hold off on painting that because I got a bunch of little Tyranids to base paint anyways, or to put bases on. There's that. I need to start writing stuff down. You know, I just let me see if I can go back into the chat and realize what I was thinking of for a good meme. Oh, there's no way in hell I'm gonna remember it, is there? There's no way I forgot it. I forgot it. No, it's not. It wasn't that. I don't think it was Major Kill. I was making fun of him, but it wasn't. No, it was a meme format, and I forgot it. God damn it! This is why I need to write shit down. Because I'm starting to like doing the memes for thumbnails, because I mean it's just a live stream, so why not have like a little funny meme for a thumbnail? And so I thought of something, and I don't know if I said it on stream. Because I already did the "Is this grimdark?" Obviously, there's the "Don't talk to me or my son ever again," which is that one was pretty good. That one is pretty damn good. The "No viewers" one instead of "No bitches" with Mega Mind, and it's it's the Psyker model that I still need to get. Although I don't have any Gene Stealer Colts yet, so it doesn't matter as much. Damn, I can't believe I've done that again! And I was thinking of the dog with the house on fire. I was trying to think of who to put in that. Like, I was trying to think of who to put in that. If the Emperor during the Horus Heresy, just being like, this is fine. I can't think of a moment when it would work well. Oh, I guess I could put the Emperor and then like obviously the room on fire, and then have like treating his 9 of his sons like total dog shit. This is fine. Just have their heads angry around it. I don't know. I usually come up with the memes when I'm like laying in bed trying to sleep. Because I wouldn't want to do that to someone necessarily, like make fun of them specifically. I'll make a meme into Warhammer and make a joke about it, but I don't want to like actually poke fun at somebody. Not only that, people are fucking rabid for fans. Tough AK, interactive desert sand texture paint. Don't eat it, brother. Are you okay? Watched Hobby Night before. Who the fuck is that? I think that might have been one of the people. Yep, that was one of the people I was talking about. It's the forbidden ice cream. I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm kind of waiting for the hype or the yeah, see, that's what I was talking about, though. It's e-girls doing, like, miniatures and stuff. Because that's what I would call an e-girl. Can anyone recommend a tutorial on how to get started with an airbrush? Oh, there's multiple ones. I learned by doing. That's how I learned. I also learned by doing to make sure you clean your airbrush all the way. If you're trying to paint a lot with an airbrush, I personally don't do that much. I just prime my minis with my airbrush and that's it. Why is that not wanting to... Okay, when I look away, it actually wants to track. I have no idea. What? What? What's that club me? What are you talking about? Also, for sure, Scottish man. Oh! I mean, he's not wrong. Buy a cheap one with a cheap compressor. I mean, honestly, I've had the same compressor since my first airbrush. And it was like a $20 one off Amazon, $40 one at most. And I've gone through 3. The third one now is one I'm actually taking care of and making sure I clean it out all the way and actually taking care of it and making sure it's gonna last. All right, that's that. Okay, so this is a son of what the fuck is it called? I have to think of the White Scar successors. That's what I was thinking of. Sons of Jagatai. That's what this mini is supposed to be from. Their shoulder pads white. That's fine. We can do it. But yeah, I would say just test out an airbrush. Make sure it's a cheap one. Honestly, why the fuck? Okay, hold on. Let me try this. Okay, tracking's not working there. Please, for the love of God. This stuff is super confusing. Let me do something real quick. I'll hit you to the BRB screen. Nope, that's not the BRB screen. There we go. There's the BRB screen. Give me a hot second. I'm going to quickly go into a setting, because I need to figure this out. Because when I look away, it wants to actually work. Off. I'm just gonna have to mess with it after stream, honestly. Like I said, that's the stuff that people get banned on Twitch for. YouTube just isn't enforcing it yet. Okay, so... Fuck. I don't have the right skin tone for this, do I? I mean, that's 90% of Twitch streamers. Oh shit, my little guy's gone. That's 90% of Twitch streamers. Not only that, but, and I'm not trying to attack a fellow community, because technically I am one now. I mean, some VTubers are that way too. Where it's just all like, oh, look at my my drawn titties. It's wild that YouTube's letting her get away with that. I don't think it'll last very long. That's why I made the joke that I'm gonna just have like a chest hair cam. I don't show my face on stream. It's just gonna be a camera for for my chest hair. Oh, as a joke. Okay, so I don't have any flight stands. I'm gonna 3D print smoke trails for him to be like jumping off of, because I clipped him off. Toe cam? No, you guys don't need to see my feet. I've got calluses, brother. Bro, I wear cowboy boots all day. It not happening, table. Not happening. At 10 million subs, it'll happen. How about that? Banger stream thumbnail. It would not. Okay, let's start on this. Lead belcher. Lead belcher. Where's my non-air lead belcher? Why is this over there? What other paint's over there? Okay, just that one. No? The skin tone too. YouTube would love that. There's my lead belcher. It's right in front of my face. No, it's just... I don't know. I think YouTube's going to catch up on it like Twitch did. Because people are going to go too far like they normally will. And it'll always bounce back somewhere or another. YouTube strike. That's what it sounds like when people just get banned. And they go, for what reason? The other thing too is like It's funny because there's a YouTube, well, there's not a YouTube subreddit. There's a subreddit for people who are like new to YouTube, and they always ask, why did I get banned? Or why did my channel get demonetized or whatever? And then you go look at their channel and it's just AI content throughout the wazoo. And you're like, well, gee, Sherlock. Yeah, that's exactly what an e-girl is, brother. That's what that is. That Oh, I guess I have to paint this whole arm silver. What am I doing? I don't need to be that careful. Oh, shit. I gotta go back to this. Brother. I don't... What's the difference? Oh, let me grab a paper towel. What the fuck am I doing? I'm wiping my brush off on my pants, and I need to quit doing that. That's how I ended up with painter's pants. Is it just an age thing? Is an e-girl obviously younger and an I-lady's like older? Brother, honestly, I would rather probably take neither. Because it would just come with problems. But it's... Here's the other part I've noticed too. Is, when Space Marine 2 came out, there's a lot of people that were like, I'm gonna get into Warhammer, I'm gonna get into Warhammer. A lot of them didn't, and some of the ones some of the ones that did don't seem like they're genuine about it. And that's what I've always tried to be, was genuine in my Warhammer addiction. my foray into Warhammer, I always want to be pretty genuine about it and be like honest and stuff. That's why I made the rent videos, because I'm like, hey, look, I'm really starting to like this stuff and this shit pisses me off. I'm gonna Google what an eye. Oh, I can't. My phone's preoccupied. Damn it. You know, I think an eye lady wouldn't put herself on camera that much like an e-girl does. See, when you say e-girl, I think like Belle Delphine, but then she wasn't an e-girl forever. She did other things on the internet too. That's what I think when you say e-girl. But most e-girls also end up doing that. Amaranth, those kinds of people. I don't understand how you got me, brother. If I don't understand the joke, then it's not funny. I really have no idea what you're talking about, brother. It's like barely any results. Easy money. Is it though? Because once everyone's seen you like that once, I mean, the curiosity's gone then. How I remember hearing somebody talk about like going out with somebody who has like an OnlyFans, and then he like realized in the middle of the date, he's all like, you know, why the fuck am I like trying so hard? I can literally look at you naked for $5. And it's part of it's also not great for culture reasons, because when everybody only focuses on sex and shit, it ruins the expectations, and or it can ruin, for some men, it can ruin their ability to be intimate with a woman. I do not have these problems, but they're like people who are addicted to that kind of stuff do need help, because it does affect their life to a crazy amount. No, it's just I just don't like the whole like titty streamers and all that stuff. I don't know what the guy version of a titty streamer is, but I will tell you, I will so before this channel really kind of happened, more or less, and I was doing some Warhammer stuff but not a crazy amount, I thought about maybe doing like video games as well on the channel, other than Warhammer video games and or hobby related video games, because it's always supposed to be a hobby channel at best. And I had this idea of doing bits of like playing Thief Simulator, and then like opening up a window to my house and dressed in all black and like sneak into the house and pretend that I was a thief. But then I was like, I like just being the Warhammer guy to some extent. It's consistent. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like I said, you get desensitized to seeing so much of it, though. That's where you can run into problems. That should be purple. That should not be red. That should be purple. And that's where, like, I'm pretty sure, is there not a channel called Goonhammer? And not only that, but you get the problems of everyone thinks they can do it, everyone tries to do it, and then everyone realizes they're not that great, and you run into like people's self-esteem just dropping, early suicidal thoughts, tendencies, that kind of stuff. You get into like major depressions because, oh, this didn't blow up, or like I didn't make it big in 2 days or whatever. And it's like, yeah, you're not gonna blow up overnight. Most people don't. That's a very, 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 very rare thing. Like all of the YouTube stuff that I do, 0 videos have I expected to get any views. Even now, there is still a part of me that's like, no one's gonna show up to stream today, and that could be. I know, no. It's not a gooning channel, but I know Goonhammer is a channel, and I was gonna make a Goonhammer joke, but I realized that it was a channel, so the joke is Goonhammer is a channel, and it's not about gooning. I needed black paint too. What am I doing? Black paint. There we go. It's just, I don't know. Everyone tries to sexualize everything, and that's not good for. It's not good for culture. Because, I mean, look at... I hate to bring up people's names. Look at older big streamers that are now turning roughly 30, and they're trying to... They used to just make jokes, kind of like sexualized jokes, and now they're like, okay, I need to start selling stuff because I'm not making money anymore because people don't want to watch me on camera. Oh yeah, it's got to be bad. Between all the really dumb stuff that the young ones say, like 6'7", that kind of stuff, between that like it constantly being about looks and stuff, I can kind of go back to that, me being graduating in 2015. It was kind of like that when I was younger, but we still didn't give a fuck. That's the biggest thing. Well, I didn't give a fuck, because I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna live my life the way I want to. And it was simply, I just feel like that everyone thinks they want to be famous, and they don't realize how crushing that weight can be. I was using an example. But, and it can't be good for mental. Actually, I know for a fact it's not good for mental health, especially for men, because there is a astronomically high rate of suicide in young males. Take it from me, I almost killed myself when I was 19. So, I mean, I was almost one of those statistics. It's really sad, but that's the way it is. And whether it's not having a father figure in some of those kids' lives could be it. It could be simply just not being taught the right things to do, or they just don't think anything's worth it, and they run into problems, or they think their world's ending over a single person leaving them or whatever, and it's wild. It's sad. It really is sad. I mean, there's a video when I got ghosted and shit, where I was like, yeah, I feel shitty that I got ghosted because I kind of like this person. But 2 days later, I was streaming again because I like streaming so much more than I liked that person. And so that person didn't matter to me as much as the streaming did. It's like I said, people just want to rush into fame and fortune, but they don't realize that nobody just gets famous instantaneously. And I think the people that do have that happen end up like, I'm just gonna say names. Obviously, like the Hawk to a girl who scammed a shit ton of people out of money and then like threw a meme coin or whatever. Or you get things like people who got famous when they were 12, like Mizkif, thought he can control everything, and then turns out he's a piece of shit because he hasn't grown up. It's usually short-lived, you're right, but when it's not and they get famous young, it's not good for their mental health and or their psyche, because they don't grow up as a normal child. They don't have, for instance, I don't want to say I'm almost 30. I'm about to turn 29, but I'm closer to middle-aged than others. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. They're stuck in that mind frame. They're stuck in still, what's the newest trend? I'm painting Space Marines and shit because I like doing this. I'm not, what's the trend? What's the next thing? Sure, I might do kit bash video here and there. I might do some Warhammer here and there. I might try one-off minis, but I'm not going to be jumping constantly. I'm going to stay pretty consistent into a hobby space that I understand. It's not that wild to do. Oh my god, my tracking's pissing me off because it's not working. And I don't know why it's not working. Let me turn up the brightness on these lights. I'm just gonna have to edit the settings later. I do apologize for that. That's my bad. I was just raised by old people, so I know my mindset's a lot different than young people. Or the people my age. Because I was raised by my grandparents. And it was... I got taught way different than everyone else. And then, like, obviously the army. So I went into the army being humble, and I got humbled even more in the army. So that's why I'm always like, in the video about everyone's artwork, I always was like, your guys' art is always so good. Your minis of the year. And I talked about my mini, but I wanted the video to be more about you guys and your artwork. Because without you guys, the channel's just me chilling by myself. And that's what people don't understand. Is, yeah, they'll go through the motions of, oh, the community's the main thing, but they don't fucking care. Yeah, I've been grounded in reality because I was raised in reality. I wasn't raised to, oh, you're gonna be famous one day, you got this. No, I didn't. Like I've said so many times, I didn't want to start doing YouTube stuff till I fell in love with painting minis. Then I just wanted to share my hobby. Because I actually like this hobby enough to paint for hours and hours and hours. Sitting in gas slides in the 70s. Oh, you mean when gas was $1 a gallon? Not even, probably more like 25 cents. There we go. There's that. Oh, that's different. So gas for me is about $3 a gallon. My truck holds 21 gallon, so you guys do the math on that. You couldn't. Vaguely. That was 50. I mean, I work on a farm where there's a gas tank. The gas can be, well, I won't say it can be free, but free to me. No, it's not free to me. It comes out of my hours if I have to get gas from the farm. Shut up. Google says 5.5. That's in California. No wonder. Why does he have a... Oh, he's a sergeant. Okay, let's do... Let's do the skull here. You know what we need? I need to make a video of making fun of the racist shit GW does. Oh, fuck. Do we do that right now? Hold on a second. How many scopes do you think GW has that are like blatantly racist? And if you're gonna say there's not, I'm gonna show you one that is. That's the wrong thing. Put that energy into trying Trench Crusade. Brother, I might have a beef with Trench Crusade. That is due to... Why is the tracking working so good right now? I don't understand it. I'm looking away. I have to go to Space Marines, White Scar. Nope, not White Scars, because they're all Mongolian. Space Wolves, here we go. And some of you are already going to know the sculpt I'm grabbing. There it is. There it is. There it is. Look at this racist face. They can't... Apparently, Asian men cannot have regular beards. They have to have a full Manchu. It's ridiculous. Not only that, but what the fuck is this Sideburns having at? What the fuck? That might actually be a good video. It's like, is GW racist? I think that'd be a funny little goofed video to make. But then I could also see that being like, they're not racist, they're trying to include. It's like, brother, it's a joke. That's the sad thing is people take everything too serious and they can't think anything's a joke. The amount of people on Reddit when I did the haha female Space Marines bit, god damn, that was not great on Reddit. There's a lot of people that are just bickering back and forth and I'm like, I just wanted to laugh. Where the fuck's my hobby knife? Oh, there it is. Pharaoh. Yeah, but is it the gene seed that determines the race? Or is it the child? It's just so funny, though. Like, why a full Manchu? You could have just given him a regular beard. Like I said, it seems more racist on GW's end more than anything. Oh, the chops? Again, why not give him a regular beard? just here for shits and giggles, brother. I remember when they used to tell you used to have an adult present to go on the internet. If somebody was like, go check out our website, but make sure you have an adult present. When I was a child. So I always used to think that you had to have an adult present to go on the internet. Branching out into racism? just the title of the video is GW racist. That'll get clicks. That'll get clicks and me probably canceled. Oh no. Being canceled for making a joke. Not only that, I'd probably get blacklisted from GW. They'd probably be like, never give him anything. That's alright. I only buy from discount retailers, so fuck you, GW. Although I say that as I get ready to buy the made-to-order crane set. Well, the other part is, too, think of where GW is located. It's located in Britain. And they literally arrested a man for taking pictures with firearms there, so that's all I'm gonna say. If you're gonna ask why there's a purple shield, that's the color of the armor for his chapter. Sons of the Khan. Grew up on with no internet. Mad to think about it now. I didn't have like unlimited internet access. Like I can remember dial-up. I know you guys have real Facebook police. It's not only that, but I think that they'll try to, if you say some shit on the internet and like it offends somebody from Britain and you go to Britain, they might actually try to arrest you for it. Well, I know he took a picture in the US. Also, are people that retarded that they don't realize you can own firearms in Britain? You can own hunting shotguns in Britain. Like, people just think that Britain's just no guns. That's not how that works. Same thing with Australia. You can own firearms there. And people just think that you can't own or buy a single gun. Not only that, you can buy suppressors in Britain. You know what I gotta do to buy a suppressor? I gotta pay $200 extra and wait 6 months for the ATF. Fuck the ATF. Oh, by the way, fuck the ATF is definitely gonna be a that's gonna be an emote for sure. And they don't it makes sense why GW doesn't understand the functionings of a firearm. But it's just, I know you guys made the what is it, the L82, the very great bullpup rifle. And I don't know the history behind why there was a massive anti-gun movement in Britain. I know of the old crazy man who shot at reporters. I do know of that dude. And he would like build rockets in his fucking yard and shit. I know of that guy. I've heard of him before. But that's hilarious. Bro's base beyond belief. But the whole thing with them going with the more liberal stuff, I think that comes from politics trying to be put in the game. There was that one dude who was trying to make somebody transgender, and if you go by lore, if you make someone transgender in the actual like lore, then they're a Slanesh worshiper. It's and he's just like, it doesn't matter. And then they fired him. Fucking weave like crazy. Dodge and weave. Dodge and weave. But I didn't mean to get on that whole rant topic, but I did anyways. I want to keep my games dumb and fun. And that includes video games too. And goddamn, have there been no fun video games lately. And I don't know why that is. That could be a me thing. It could just be that I haven't found anything fun to play lately. You think he's dead now? White paint. Right here. This. Okay, so we'll start with the white. Oh, I did not paint the top. Bro, relax. Okay, so I'll tell you my beef with Trench Crusade, because I forgot about it. So originally they were gonna say that you could 3D print all the models you want to. They have files that you can buy, but they've backtracked on it. They are now not letting it like be like you have to buy plastic now and that kind of stuff. They backtracked on what they promised. If you're gonna say, well, how are they supposed to make money to do stuff? Book sales, lore, whatever. That's not, when you say you're gonna do something, you better fucking do it. As far as I've heard, they've backtracked on it by like, they're gonna keep the old stuff, but they're not gonna do any new stuff in resin STLs and files and stuff. I don't keep track of Trench Crusade that much, but. And Trench Crusade's gonna wind up the exact same too. It's not. Oh, they do? For STL files? I did not know that. I heard that. That was me going off of what I heard. I had the incorrect information apparently. But I thought they were going back on their promise of trying to making it available through STL files and stuff. If they're actually still doing STL files, good on them. I say as a company, if you're gonna say you're gonna do something, you better fucking do it. Otherwise, you get the right to be harassed and stuff. Also, I don't know if Trench Crusade is like the better setting. I like 40K has a bigger game format. Trench Crusade, I believe, is a smaller sized battlefield. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it much. Scott. I'm sorry, not Scott. Oh, brother. I don't know how to say your name. Malsirius. It's a smaller, I believe it's a smaller game format than 40k, right? Not as many troops, it's more of a skirmish type game. Leather. Actually, I need leather for multiple reasons. Yeah, 3 on 2 tails, small squads. Yeah, that's different to where 40k is kind of like army versus army. It's more on a grand scale, I believe, is what it technically is. I don't know the actual proper terms for scaling. Isn't it like 28 millimeter? They used to do base sizes for the scaling or something like that. And now since Primaris, that's changed. They're not fond of clans. And they stop 2 or 3 times a week. Sad. All your Church Crusade stuff from a mate that has a printer. A bunch of people. Fun game with cool minis due to being skirmish is low barrier to entry. Yeah. Not only that, but them also supporting 3D printing. I'm gonna say it. If GW ever decides, like, okay, you know what, we just need to sell STLs, you're gonna buy a $60 STL, which is a single Space Marine in a single pose. And if you don't know, you can get 10 Space Marines for that much money. Printed out all of your 7th Corps. I don't know what that is. I bet you they will. I bet you the day they realize that, okay, we can't fight this anymore, it's just gonna happen. They can't do blanket lawsuits like they have been doing, and it's gonna happen. I bet you that's the day they're like, okay, here's the files. They have the files. We know they have the files. They got leaked. Oh my god, dude, everything's showing up on Monday. We're gonna have a lot of shit to work on Monday. Give me a second. There we go. All right. Sorry, I just had to switch a couple things around. But no, I mean, I'm not opposed to looking into it at all. Dude, I hate living on a farm sometimes. As I've stated multiple times, I've done so much to get rid of these fucking ladybugs. And they seem to always infest this house every year. They realize that selling normal helmets packs that aren't Mark 10 make them more money. That'll be the best. Say, I don't think they will, though. I think they want to push the Primarisified helmets more. Okay, I gotta kind of be careful in here. Archie's Forge until then. I just... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. My brain's not working. Sometimes I wish I could just shut off my brain and paint, but I gotta still entertain. Oh, speaking of shutting off my brain, goddamn, it was a shitty day at work today. We were moving bales today and had a bolt break, which caused an axle to slide, which caused two tires to rub together. So we were working on that, grabbed a different trailer, loaded it up with round bales to proceed to have 2 flat tires on the fucking trailer. So yeah, it was a little rough. We were moving hay for 4 hours this afternoon. It fucking blew. Yeah. If you can't tell, I do. I am like everyone else in my chat. I have ADHD. That I don't take medicine for because I self-medicated. Not only that, I started abusing that medicine, so I realized that Adderall will keep you awake in high school. So I quit taking it then, because I'm all like, I'm abusing this, and that's how you go down drug abuse. And so you go down to, like, being a fucking junkie, and I dealt with those enough as a kid, so I was like, I'm not about to keep taking these meds. Speaking of, actually, that's how one of the people I went to basic training with became kind of a junkie. They used Adderall to stay awake in college, and then they ended up like starting to do meth. It was wild. I totally forgot about that until just now. They talked to me about it because I was all like, I don't know. I was the person they trusted about it, and there was this woman. I say woman because she was 30 when I was in. Oh my god, if she was 30 when I went in, she's 40 now. She old. I'm joking. I know, I got an audience on the older side. There's that. That. I might have missed a spot with the airbrush. Six months. Military was not for me, brother. I realized the army was pretty shitty early on. Not only that, but I didn't get told I was done. Or I never like gave up or quit. I got told I was done by my drill sergeants. Which turns out they were giant pieces of assholes, and several of them were sleeping with the recruits, which is a huge no-no in the U.S. Army. And yeah. I also was not liked by most of them. Yeah. Not only that, but they were sleeping with them and abusing the dog shit out of one of them. Like, they beat the shit out of her. It was not good. Like, they would tell her, I'd fucking kill you if you went public with this, I'll kill you. I've killed before, I'll do it again. Like, it was, yeah, yes. They abused her a lot. I felt so bad finding out about that. But I mean, it was wild. It was wild. Where's my thing? There it is. Did anything happen? Yeah, brother, that person got fucking... Well, first of all, adultery is illegal in the U.S. Army. It's not illegal in America, but adultery, cheating on your wife, is illegal in specifically the military. So, yeah, that's illegal that way. And then, there obviously, I'm pretty sure that's like a dishonorable discharge also. Oh yeah, those people got, dude, those people got hella punished. No one likes, okay, there's a classic saying with the US military. It's that army, that big green army dick's gonna get you at one point or another. And goddamn, did it get them. No, they got fired and lost their pensions and dishonorable discharge, which makes it even harder to get a job. Those people got in a shit ton of trouble. I felt bad for the girl because she was just getting abused and used. So they were just taking advantage of somebody. It was wild. It was so fucking wild. I didn't find that out until like a couple years ago. I talked to my army buddy down in Texas, and he was like, "Brother, did you hear about this?" I'm like, "Nah, what happened?" And he told me, and I'm like, "Oh my fucking god!" It was two or three of the girls from not my basic training group, but we were Delta, so it would have been Charlie Company, and it was bad. Yeah, the girl did not, but they did. Yeah, they got. I don't know what kind of jail time that they got, but they got jail time. And not regular jail, U.S. military jail, which is way worse. That's way worse. That grenades turned out so well. Let's see. I gotta think of a way to do the right color, or it's either that or else I wait to paint the face till Monday. I've got a bunch of Vallejo colors coming in. As usual, I use a lot of Vallejo paint. Oh, my stomach. Okay, time to do the other stuff. Vallejo's nice. So I know the main brands of really, really good paints: Vallejo, Pro Acrylic, Army Painter. How can I not think of the other one? There's one more that I cannot think of. Somebody's gonna say it in chat. I think that's all that I have personally, but I know I'm missing a paint. I know I'm missing a company. There's like a handful of big companies that it is. I said Army Painter. Thin? Oh. don't know that. I know those are all the big ones. Oh, 2 thin coats. No. We do a watery down blue. We back paint it white first. Then we fill this in with a very watered down blue. Because I don't like to use an airbrush. Okay. And then we just let it sit and dry, and then we'll hit it with a whitewash afterwards. Oh, son of a bitch, I took paint out. That's not what I wanted to do. Do I have lore for my guys? Not my death watch, but the Justiciar, the chapter he's a part of, I do have lore for. That's homebrew lore. A Red Hand, which is a unofficial successor chapter of the World Eaters. But a lot of those minis are going to be from Horus Heresy minis, because I got a Saturnine box one day and I just needed to figure out what to do with all the Saturnine minis. Enjoy Pro Acrylic. You can get some really cool results, but it's less friendly to new painter. That's not true at all. Pro Acrylic's what I started with. I started with Pro Acrylic, Vallejo, and some Citadel, and I knew Citadel was not great. AK, that's the other paint brand I was missing. That's the one I couldn't remember. You're doing it's great. Quite like army painters. See, I don't go by specific. I want all the colors. I want all the colors at my disposal. What's this? So it is a White Scar successor. I have a good night table. I'm gonna work on this shoulder probably for a little bit. No, we've been streaming for about 2 hours. Weeknights, we're gonna have to go back to normal stream schedules. A couple hours of stream in a night. And then weekends are where I make it up. I guess today's a Friday, isn't it? Is today Friday? We've acquired. Brother, do you know what we use the term acquired for? Today is a day. Yeah, it is a day. Yeah, it's Friday. We're probably still on stamp late because I'm fucking wiped out. We'll just start sooner tomorrow. I might be able to paint this face. I'm trying to think of a way to do it. Okay, let's let that first layer sit. I might just wait. I might just wait because Monday we're gonna have a bunch of new shit come in. Let me look. Returns and orders. Yo, look at that. I'll show that. Those arrive Monday. Oh my god, everything's arriving Monday. 10 kilograms of resin. The Triarch Praetorians will not arrive until Tuesday. More Sterngard Vets. A couple things that I needed for shipping stuff. The plastic rods to use for bones in minis. That is gonna be here Tuesday. The Vallejo paint, and that'll be here Monday, and then a new wet palette, because my wet palette's way too big for most of the little like sponge things. So I'm trying to standardize a wet palette for the love of God. It's such a pain in the ass. Howdy, Neo. This is the set of colors that I got. There you go. That's the set of colors that I ordered for this week. Okay, I also have a question. What's the difference between model color and game color? Is there a difference? How you doing today, Neo? Okay. I'm just gonna need to throw on a thick white layer of paint. I almost finished kit bashing Death Guard tonight. Gonna start Lieutenant with Kami weapon. You have the official model. You have the official model, don't you? Or are you gonna kit bash one? Come on. I know I'm putting this on a touch thick. There's kind of a reason why I'm doing it. White paint's a bitch to use. That's why. You get the real bottle, you're painting it in your homebrew. That's a consistent theme that everybody does. Homebrew and or Death Watch. I don't know what all we'll do tomorrow. Man, goddamn, GW needs to. When does anyone have any dates on when the Warhammer games come out at all? Still debating on what to paint Saturday night. Iron Warriors, but you're still thinking. Fuck it, if you're doing, I mean, you could obviously just do a Death Guard. Why am I tired? I will say for sure. Warhammer Total War, we're gonna play the shit out of that when that comes out. Or we're gonna play it for a few weeks. We're gonna not paint. We're gonna play just that, and then Dawn of War 4 we'll play a shit ton of, and Mechanicus 2 and Dark Heresy. We'll play some. Mechanicus 2 is supposed to come out this year. The rest say coming soon, sadly. Man, what if everything comes out this year? This will be a gigantic year for Warhammer. Okay, how would they... Oh, okay, hold on. Now that I think about it, why would they not release all the games this year with 11th edition? Maybe that's what the thing on the 16th is. Hold on. Let me find it. The preview show for the 16th that we'll all check out. Hopefully, this is 2 o'clock for me, I believe. Is it? Is it 2 o'clock for me? If it is 7:30 p.m. GMT, what time is it for me? 1:30 or 2:30 for me, so fuck. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do that, probably. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do that. Oh, we forgot to look at the art. Hold on, sorry. I'm letting paint dry anyways, might as well give you guys something to look at, other than watching paint dry. Oh, look at this edgy art. Can't wait to play Total War. So here's the problem. I've played many Total War games. Man, have they fucked up a lot. Total War Warhammer 3, not in a great state right now, honestly. And that's through their own fault. Oh, this is them fighting White Scars. That actually makes sense. Also, are elves just glass cannons on the tabletop? I'm like actually concerned that that's a problem. Oh my god, look at the edge. Look at the edginess. He's got a little dude in his shadow. That's actually really dope. Like the spires. Oh, that's them fighting Tau after Tau probably like was like, here you go, here's some people. Have you played Total War 3 recently? Because apparently they broke the shit out of it. Hopefully, I will say, hopefully CA does not fuck it up, but they fucked up Total War 3 when it first came out. Apparently they broke a good portion of it, and I don't know if it got fixed. This was a handful of months ago I heard about it, that they broke a bunch of stuff in it, but hopefully it's been fixed by then. Drukhari versus Astrobeltar. Oh my god. Ooh, fuck. A homunculus. These are Green Goblin Riders. Fight me. More homunculi. That's... Oh, he's stealing a soul. Look at all the spikes. The edginess. No, that's not a Tyranid arm. Tempesta Scions. Actual knight? I'm kind of surprised there's knights in this. The bird person from Rick and Morty. Oh my god, old school art. Dude, I love this old school art. It's always so funny looking. There's more Drukhari. More there and there. I don't even know what this is called. I don't know Drukhari that well. That, and then more foot soldiers. Alright, well. Again, it's a little bit of a shorter stream, but it's a weeknight stream. On these weeknight streams, we're probably going to go back to streaming a little bit shorter. Through the holiday, we got to stream a lot longer. Not only that, but like my sleep schedule's back to normal, so I'm tired right now. And I've still got a couple other, I still got to do some cleaning, do laundry, that kind of stuff. So, less degenerate hours I'm on. I'm not on your normal Twitch streamer hours, where I wake up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and stream for 8 hours. So let me put a lid on my wet palette so it doesn't just dry out, because I need to start doing that more often. And we'll go to the end screen. Sorry for not like streaming super long today, but like I said, we hit the 2-hour mark just about. And I'm just streaming to paint basically, so that's really all. That's always what it is. It's not like I'm trying to reach a certain view. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. I'm just streaming to paint and everything. So let me kill this real quick. Oh, it's so nice to have that light off. That light shining in my face sometimes sucks. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know how early, but we'll plan on an actual good full day of stream probably. So wherever you are in the world, have a good day, evening, and or night, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.